To my horror, when I last opened the bag for my new Westlake Particle Bivvy, it appeared there's no instructions for putting the thing together. So, much like life, we're going to have to build this without instructions. Let's get started. Right, let's see what we have actually got in the bag. Tent pegs, keep it in the ground when it's a bit breezy out. Tensioning poles, they go over the top of it so the front doesn't fold over on you like you see in the cartoons. Like this, a ground sheet goes underneath you so that when you're sweating you don't sweat into the floor, or when it rains the rain doesn't sweat into you. And that's the main bit of the tent. We've got tensioning poles, they go over the top like the ribs of it. Oh, there is an instruction book. Well, we don't need that instruction book, do we? Never mind. Right. So, I was going to put the ground sheet on first, then put the bivvy on the top, because that's what you'd normally do, but the wind said no, so I didn't. I just put it in afterwards. So these are the tensioning poles that go over the top. You've got 3 of those, and they just help keep everything nice out and flat, which is fine. So with these poles, they come in the bag like that, and then you slide it up and click it into place. Ta-da! And you do that 3 times. You've got one at the back. If you look, that bottom one has got a peg and that's what keeps it flat in the ground there, just like that. Cool. Right, so these are the ribs that go over the back of it. They're a bit tight because I've got the entire thing assembled with those in, but essentially those just pull out and slot in. So there, you're probably going to find those are a bit tricky because they do a bit of a twist and turn in the bag, so you're going to end up wrestling with those to get them just right. But it's all good, like I say, nice and sturdy. Right, so I set myself the challenge of assembling the Westlake Particle Bivvy without reading the instructions. And the main bit of it, this bit, is actually very straightforward. It's 3 poles, which are quite tricky to get right, but that's just because they're awkward. And then a couple of tension poles that go over the top. The main bit is pretty straightforward, really. You just need a bit of muscle. However, I cannot for the life of me get the ground sheet to match up with the rest of the tent. Even reading the instructions, I just can't do it. This isn't right. So, according to the instructions, there's this tension bar that goes across the front of it to keep it to the right size. But the issue is, firstly, that's a trip hazard. Like, if I get up in the night, I'm going to catch my foot on that and go flying over it, which is not ideal. And the second issue is look, if you look in the corner here, there's all of this fabric, which, even if you put out tight, it just doesn't go. I'm sure there's a way to get that just right, but I can't do that. So I'm going to get rid of that tension strap because that's a trip hazard, and I'll just have a bit of grass around the edge of it like I used to do with the old one. That's fine. If it rains I'll just have a bit of water in the inside. So with that tension strap across on the inside, you wind up with it real or I did, pretty loose and baggy like that, which is not ideal. So I'm going to take that strap out and that'll let it spread out a bit and then we can peg it into the floor. So with the tensioning strap off, you've got a lot more room inside, although you've not got quite as much headspace. Well, I have got a hoverfly, got more room inside. We do have a little bit of grass on show. It's got a bit of grass on show in both the corners, but never mind, that's fine. We can live with that. That'll straighten out and then we'll peg all the rest of it out. All good. So there we have it, an answer to the age-old question of can you put a tent up without instructions, and the answer is yes. Yes you can, if you believe in yourself. Right, I'm going to drink this delicious cup of tea now. You have yourselves a great day. Thanks for watching. Oh, we're recording. Hang on, I need to cough.